It's particularly an honor for me to be here this evening, to be able to share this evening with you, because I truly know that I would not have ever accomplished any of the things I have, either in my life or in the world of athletics, had it not been for the teachings of Joe Walton. And Joe and I have known each other since the late 70s. I've always looked at him as a mentor, as a friend, as I said, as a father figure. But the great thing about Joe, and I know many of you who are part of the Robert Morris family have come to know this, is that his heart is bigger than any room could possibly be. His heart is bigger than the stadium that bears his name. He always has time. He would always have time for me, and I've always been Joey. So if somebody calls me Joey, I just assume it's Pops. And we've had our communications this way for years. We've been through a lot of things together, a lot of moments together. He's been a great sounding board for me, as he has for so many of the young men that he's coached and will beat Sacred Heart tomorrow to give us an opportunity to qualify for the playoffs. I'm going to be like you, okay? Don't give me any excuses, just go do it. Which takes me back to a New Orleans Saints game. And well, let me do this. Before I get on to the part, I sort of reversed it around a little bit. Before I share a few stories with Joe and a little bit of history, what we'd like to do right now is, as part of the induction, is show a little film to give you an idea of what Joe Walton's all about. So, lights, action, camera, roll them. Wow, good.
Chuck finds Walton free, and Joe bowls and fakes for 26 yards. Joe Walton eats up 26 yards to the 24. Schaffner decoys the defense deep, and Chuck hits Walton with a 35-yard touchdown.
Robert Morris is very fortunate to have Joe Joe as the head coach, and he's done a tremendous job over the years that the program has existed. For him to start the program from absolutely nothing to where it is today is certainly an amazing feat.
Coach Walton was a very aggressive coach. He ran a good program, you know. He ran a pro-style training camp. Now being in the pros for going on 10 years, it's almost exactly what the pros would run, and he was always on you. He wanted you to be perfect, and that's what's great about him. That's, I think, the reason I'm there today in the NFL.
When I think of Joe Walton, I think about the relationship that he has with our student athletes, and it's amazing when you take a look at, you know, the 18 to 22-year-old kids relating with a 73-year-old former player and coach, and the respect that those kids have for Joe and the program is tremendous.
I do know this about Joe Walton. He's done a lot of wonderful things, not only on the football field, but he's been a good citizen around. And when you can help people like that with their projects and their fundraisers, it's a pleasure to do that.
first of all, thank you to my second son, who provided me. Not only for my friendship with him, but for the way we care about each other. He certainly has my deepest gratitude. You already know my love. And I appreciate everything you being here. Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for me to respond to all of my Robert Morris family, my coaching staff, my ex-teammates, my family, my Patty's family, and so many dear friends who are here tonight. It is an honor and a privilege to have been selected to the Robert Morris Hall of Fame. As I stand here tonight, I think back to our beginning. So many names come to mind. People at the university who helped me along the way. Chuck Zimmerman, Dave Harper, Keith Halo, the late Pete Thompson, Marty Pelosi, Jack Balderson, Ronnie, Frank Verdine, Loving Fruhoff, Joe Lucido, Tom McConnell, all my Long Island boys, my dear friends, and of course Ed Nicholson, our former president. They were just a few people that helped me along this 20-year journey. Now I'm fortunate to have Dr. Donald and Dr. Coleman who give us even more support than we had in the past. I now leave the program in the very capable hands of my very good friend, John Banaszak. I'm sure, having worked with John for so many years, and really getting to know he and Mary, that he will do an outstanding job. I want to thank my parents, my coaches, my teachers, my teammates, and the many friends I have made over the years. I want to particularly thank my dear friend Dan Radakovich, for without him, this program would never have reached the success it has. Where is Dan? Success is important in life. The loyalty we have for Robert Morris cannot be spelled out in one evening. We have a great challenge to see that our university meets the challenges of these dynamic times. There must be a renewed emphasis on values, leadership, involvement, and community service. We stand on the threshold of Robert Morris, and commitment is what she needs. Commitment is what transforms a promise into reality. These are the words that speak boldly of your intentions and the actions that speak louder than words. The university needs our continued commitment. As I said, success is important in life, but winning every game is not the important thing. Striving to win is. Coaching at Robert Morris and working with people like you has taught me that everyone is capable of doing great things. Football taught me very early in life how to pay the price. You learn how to pay the price not only in football, but in life itself. And I thank all of you here tonight for helping me to learn the price. As I look around this room, seeing many familiar faces, I think of my growing years in Western Pennsylvania. I realize how much you all have been a part of my life. The lessons learned from many of you has carried me through my years in football. When we leave high school, we all have no idea where the path of life will take us. One thing that will always hold you in good standing is your roots. The ideals instilled in you by your parents, your teachers, and your many friends. Learning is a good process, which must be continued throughout your life. Only when you have a good foundation for learning can you understand the wonder of the experience. Beaver Falls High School, the University of Pittsburgh, they both taught me many ways to learn. Through athletics, in the classroom, through many fond relationships. I am here tonight because of many people. Finally, I want to say that any success I have achieved in life, I owe to so many. But the support of my family over the years has been overwhelming, especially the last 50 years of my life. That world outside can be very cruel sometimes. My late wife Ginger, my son and 2 daughters, and their families, my brother Frank and his wife Nancy, and my wife Patty Sheehan Walton, have all been a part of any success I've enjoyed. I would like my wife and my family to please stand up and be recognized. I learned a long time ago that nothing stays the same. You must continue to learn and grow. This is a very competitive life, played by very competitive people. I would like to say that the quality of any man's life has got to be the full measure of that man's personal commitment to excellence and to victory, regardless of what field he may pursue. My dear friends, old and new, this night will be one of the nights I will cherish for the rest of my life. For just a short period of time, you have allowed me to turn back the clock. For this great feeling, I thank you all. Thank you, and God bless.
Joe, this plaque is in honor of your induction into the Sports Hall of Fame at Robert Morris University. And it basically says, proudly enshrine Joe Walton, football coach. I'll add one thing, great man. In the Robert Morris University Sports Hall of Fame, November 15, 2013. Congratulations, boss. Ladies and gentlemen, you have not only honored Joe tonight by your presence, you've honored the university and the great efforts that he has put forth to try and create an environment and a culture that I know Coach Benezak will carry on in his staff. The shoes are large, but the nice thing is there are large men to try and fill them. I'd like to thank you all for coming this evening. The evening is over. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.